order to pursue life. Because if you live life, you do have to be able. You have to open yourself to things. Understanding is something which gives you a settled mind. It settles your heart. It gives you the peace that you want. And it gives you the confidence to pursue things as you want to. Because without understanding, you completely does perish. I mean, why would you if you seek understanding, you progress. You're moving to the right direction. You know? So we have to really look into the life that we have, that we sort of embrace every day. And when we're able to and if you really look into your heart and have that core solid base of understanding, you know, anything that you do, you sort of approach it with that patience. You are relaxed to it. You know, you don't get yourself worried about things just without any reason. The reasons are also going to be valid. I've come across instances in my life that I think that is actually the situation. You know, so I don't know if you can give it a go yourself to see that anything that you look into, listening to this, get understanding of what I'm saying. You know, but that will come as a result of listening further. There are some parts that might be very boring, but keep on. Yeah, so many parts. It's bits and pieces of videos put together with you know, continuing from the same point or addressing in the same angle. So if you have it and you scroll through and you go through, you know, follow it as it is coming up to you, you will sort of get a gist of what I'm trying to put out there. Because life is as precious as we see, and we have to really embrace it as it is meant for us to embrace, and open ourselves to, you know, the good things that will sort of and giving ourselves to the things that will help us move on to the right direction. I will jump to and then later come back to look for them. Without understanding, we sort of perish, you know. And I'll go to the side of which loads of points in the Bible that gives instruction to destroy enemy, which I'm sure you probably need to know that as well, because I'm not just talking from blind point of view is, I didn't write it. I didn't know anything about these. If they're there, there are words there that I also have come across that I probably did not consider. And since I have come across it, I share it, for you to also make your mind up, just as I'm making mine up. And it does not give you the state to say, oh, that means there is no fear, or there's nothing there that destroys, or that is meant to somebody destroy our life. And so, I have every right to do as I please, go where I want to go, do what I want to do. You can't do what you want to do, and you have to do what you want to do. But there is a neighbor there that if he chooses to go the way you are going, ask yourself, how well will you be able to be comfortable with your own life? So it's best for you to sort of consider the other fellow. What we have here is a written words of first we go to Luke 22 verse 36. Luke 22, which is the New Testament. Normally the New Testament would have been something which will expect such an advice, but this advice has always not been something that people look up to, or people will even bring it up. But it was a statement said by Jesus himself, according to the Red Letter Bible, which he used that to sort of advise his followers, which he had already called them before, and in the same manner of request, did not pull up any sense of violence at all from their part. But this time, he sort of says so, and then because of that, he was counted as part of the transgressors. And in that sense, if you read further on, it tells you that he then tells them to stop, as they were trying to take up the mantle of his getting a sword and, trying to, and then whether it was, having fun of themselves, he sort of said that, hey, stop, it's enough, stop what you are doing. They stopped them and say it's enough. But he has already altered it. And it's not as serious and deep as here. But the Bible, the New Testament, is not a Bible which it's there to fulfill. They were there to fulfill the Old Testament, And even up to today, people who are fulfilling, or who claim to be fulfilling the work of God according to the counseling of the Bible or the Torah, somehow have taken the mantle upon themselves. That it's not about an eye for an eye. It's not about relaxing whilst others, pursue things and, frustrate you and do whatever and say long suffering. And people see it as being able to take the full armor of God. Fight back, defend yourself, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, that kind of thing which Moses was giving up. And during that period is where you can also have a lot of, inspirations from God and his messengers to sort of ask his people, request for his people many a times to defend themselves, to fight the enemy. So in the same, the same idea of what the Islamic promise of God is asking or requested from the Islamic people, the same thing that was happening there. Now if we look in Luke 22, Luke 22:36, it's not the usual verse that we normally would have expect from the gospel, but I'm afraid it's there. If you look in Luke 22 verse 36, you have a clear statement by Jesus himself. As you see, Red Letter Bible, that's what I'm using to read to get what he says. Then he said to them, but now he who has a money bag, let him take it, and likewise S.